You son of a bitch. Cause Punch Drunk loves you.
Yeah, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, this Saturday fight week. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And we got Tevin Farmer, ex-world champion, y'all already know, versus Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. It's going to be a good matchup, man. It's going to be a good step up fight for Kid Austin. And probably this step up, it could be a make or break. It could be a sink or swim. We don't know. We don't know what plans that Golden Boy Promotions have with Kid Austin. Of course, he's already lined up as the number one. I believe he's the number one right now, WBA ranking right now in the lightweight division, and got the opportunity to face the winner of Gervonta Davis versus Lamar Roach. We don't know if it's signed yet. Lamar Roach said that Gervonta Davis haven't signed that deal yet. But the fight, it was supposed to be scheduled or supposed to be reported or rumored as August 16th. I still want to see that fight. The lightweight division is, it's not as attractive as it was with all the champions. Keyshawn Davis just lost his belt. Moritaya just elevated. Vasily Lomachenko, you already know, future Hall of Famer. First battle Hall of Famer just retired. So, and Shakur Stevenson is going to be facing William Cepeda July 12th in the Ring Magazine card in New York City, Queens, New York, in the tennis court. Smash that like, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like. They say, yo, Punch, you should go live in the morning, Punch. You should go live in the morning. Where the people at? Y'all told me to go live in the morning. So I say, let me conduct this interview in the morning. Where the people at? Jack in the building. What's good, man? Let me see. Hold on. Let me do Sharon right quick. We appreciate, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate y'all too, man. Hold on. Boom. A lot of drama going on in the sport of boxing, huh? A lot of drama going on in the sport of boxing. They say they got that Brian Oman Jr. and Devin Haney is going to secure a fight. Verbal agreement. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo in the building. What's good? Good morning. Hey, yo, Jackie, they say, yo, Punch, go live in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Where the people at, Jackie? Where the people at? Flatbush in the building. What's good, man? The tennis court. Around the airport. Y'all already know. The building that Serena Williams built. But yeah, man. So Bill Haney, Brian Oman Sr. going at it. Just another father going at it with another father in the sport of boxing. Hopefully that fight come through fruition, though. You got to give a lot of credit to Devin the Dream Haney, man. He's willing to fight anybody, any place, anytime. It looks like, huh? Man, Devin Haney said, man, I already got my ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. F it, man. I'm ready to fight anybody. I already taste defeat. I ain't scared of defeat no more. Even though that he didn't look, very, very, I'm on my lunch break, said Jackie. All right. And I'm going to feed you the lunch. I got your lunch right here, Jackie. Some boxing lunch. Any boxing fan in the building. What's good, man? Shout out. All right. So we got Brian Oman Sr. going at it with Bill Haney. Another father going after another father. They got their fighters. Shout out to the fathers, man. You already know, I always say that fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. Got to give a lot of kudos to the fathers that put their sons in position to succeed, nurture their growth, nurture their goals. Shout out to Bill Haney. Shout out to Brian Oman Sr. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. Shout out to Virgil Ortiz Sr. Shout out to Bozy. Shout out to Henry Garcia. Shout out to all the fathers, man. Shout out to all the fathers. Shout out to the mothers as well. Shout out to the mamas. The mamas, Keyshawn Davis, Mama Keyshawn Davis. She's been there since day one. Earl Spence Sr. I know a lot of people don't be watching, but he's always in the corner. Always on the corner. Ever since he started boxing, always in the corner. Charlo, the Charlo fathers always in the corner as well. You know, some fathers just stay in the cut, but they're always there for their sons. Is there a Mets game that day? I don't know, Flatbush. I don't know. But yeah, man, the people ain't not today. People ain't not today. I told you. I said that last time. Let me know if y'all want me to go live. I said that last week. And yo, Punch, yeah. Go live in the morning, yo, Punch. Go live in the morning. Now y'all going to embarrass me with the numbers. We only got 14 people looking on right now. Now y'all going to embarrass me, right? But it is what it is. They could catch the playback. We're gonna have an interview with Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. Y'all already know, man. There was a lot of controversial leading up to the Shakur Stevenson fight. You know, it was controversial leading up to the Shakur Stevenson fight, but it is what it is. In the sport of boxing, everything changes by one fight. You know what I'm saying? Everything changes. Some people don't even give a damn about the truth. A lot of people, look, in the sport of boxing, they don't give a damn if you sick, if you hurt, if your hand is broken, if you need elbow surgery. They don't give a damn in the sport of boxing. What's good, Claymon Rain? What's good, brother? It is what it is. It's the sport of boxing, man. But with a victory, you're all good. You're all good. I'm going to say it like this about the sport of boxing. It's probably the most harsh critics in the sport of boxing, harsh opinions. But boxing is the most forgiving sport of all sports. Boxing is, I always say this, that boxing translates to life itself. Boxing is the most forgiving sport, maybe the hardest sport. The overly criticism is in boxing, right? We look at this, all the American champions. We don't respect all the American champions. That's the reason why boxing it is where it is. It became a niche sport. The hardcore boxing fans always got something to say with the high invested fighters that's actually doing something. We hate on Shakur, we hate on Devin, we hate on Teo, we hate on Deontay Wilder, we hate on everything that's good in the sport of boxing. Because there's a nature. I've been saying this for quite some time. Is a model when it comes to especially American sport. We hype you up. And then when you reach the mountaintop or right before you reach the mountaintop, we break you down. We enjoy the downfall. And then what we enjoy is the most lucrative story in sports. The comeback story. That's what we do to every athlete. We try to do it with Michael Jordan with the gambling. We did it with Mike Tyson. We did it with Kobe Bryant when he got the rape charge. We do it with everybody. Everybody. Randy in the building. Con la bandera de República Dominicana. La música de Randy. Hey, wake up. La música de Randy. Y'all already know, baby. Let's go. Wake your ass up. En el café Bustelo. Levántate. Tell the boss in your job that you quit like Jeffrey in Fresh Prince. DJ Camelo Alex Sensation. Págame la música Yankee thing. All right, baby. If you're looking on you working right now and stuff like that, tell your job what Jeffrey told Philip. I quit. Tell him that you listen to the Punch Drunk Boxing. Hey, what are you doing on your phone? I'm listening to Punch Drunk Boxing. Get away from your phone. You're stealing time. I don't care. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about my job and stuff like that. I want your Punch Drunk Boxing. I'm telling you, shut the phone off and go back to do your job. Catch the playback. Shit. Lit live. Yeah, man, there's a lot of boxing. We're gonna be, July is gonna be hot. It's been a heat wave in New York City, but July, when it comes to boxing, y'all already know that Jake Paul's already gonna start it with Chavez Jr., Tevin Farmer, Kid Austin. Tevin Farmer's been doing good, man. His stock haven't dropped, even though that he's been defeated, but his stock ain't dropping. He got eight defeats, 8 losses, but I don't feel like he's a loser though. Tevin Farmer got 8 losses, but he don't feel like he's a loser. You know what, man? Tevin Farmer has become our own Derek Chisora out here in America. And I've been telling y'all for a long time, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And the way that Tevin Farmer been losing, People respect him. He's not being demoralized. He's holding his own. And the reason probably he don't got the politics of the powers that be behind him and the machine behind him, because he's been fighting guys that's backed up by promotional machine like Top Rank versus Morataya, Williams Cepeda, Golden Boy Promotions. But once you perform good, Farmer is the new Gay Rosado. Facts. Sucker in the building. What's good, man? Damn kid is going to have a tough fight with Farmer. We're going to see. We're going to see. Maybe. Damn kid is going to have, maybe, right, Randy? But you know what? And I'm going to explain it once he's on the channel and stuff like that. It's gonna be tough. But that's one thing I always respect about Golden Boy Promotions. I always respected about Golden Boy Promotions that they always put their young fighters up to a test. They don't waste their time. That's one thing about Golden Boy Promotions. And you know why Golden Boy Promotions work that way? Because Oscar De La Hoya worked that way when he was a fighter. There was nothing just giving it to him. He's lollipops and stuff like that. Nothing sweet, nothing. We're going to be talking about that with Kid also. Let's not forget with Golden Boy Promotions, they got Ryan Garcia for Luke Campbell by the age of 22. Jaime Munguia for Saram Ali by the age of 21. Who else? You got Canelo Alvarez fighting Floyd Mayweather by the age of 23. Young, I think it was 21 or 22 when he fought Trout. You feel me? Virgil Ortiz for Maurice Hooker by the age of what? 22? 22, 23? You understand what I'm trying to say? Like Golden Boy Promotion, and then you got Kid Austin that was about to fight Shakur Stevenson, going to be fighting Tevin Farmer. You feel me? And the champ. And the champ in the building. Let's go. Let's go, Kid Austin. Let's go back in the ring. What's good, brother?
Nah, just ready. Just focus. Focus.
Focus. You've been focused all your life, damn it.
Yeah,
it's been focused all your life, damn it. Now you focus also as a father, so you got an extra job.
Yeah. It's a very tassel job, but I can't lie. Every day it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I thank God every day for giving me a healthy son.
Amen. First and foremost, how is fatherhood? Now he's not a little infant no more. Now he's the goo goo gaga. He's giving you the goo goo gaga. How is fatherhood right now for you?
It's amazing, just seeing him like do different things every day, like seeing him trying to talk, him growing teeth, him trying to walk. It's like, man, it's amazing, and I can't wait to after this fight so I can go back home and continue to see his growth. So.
How is it now different for you that now before you you used to live for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you want to make your father proud. Has done a lot of great things for you to build you up, mold you to become the man that you are right now and the father that you are right now. But now you stepping inside the ring, it's just not about you. It's just not a legacy build just for you. How does it feel now heading into the gym and heading to the ring? You thinking about somebody else but rather than just yourself, or do you go in the ring not thinking about it? It's just you going to work.
Nah, I feel like when the times get hard, like, even during sparring or training, like, sometimes you be like, oh, I don't need to train. Like, I done did enough. But then you got to think about your child. And, if you don't work hard enough, what could possibly happen? And what will happen to my child? Like, how will he be good? So I feel like it motivates me. And this fight is definitely motivating me, to keep me going.
That's what's up, man. Tevin Farmer, he might not have won his last fight, but his stock haven't dropped. People still see him as a winner, even with the eight defeats. It's like I always say, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And his stock ain't dropping. His stock keeps on rising. And now they put you up against a guy that's seasoned. He's ready, former champion. He was about to fight a champion before that, but now how is it you going to fight a similar skill set? You already went to training camp. Before when you was training camp for Shakur Stevenson, did you have to change anything because they do have a similar style?
I kind of got a question like this yesterday in the media. How I plan on beating Tevin is not how I would have planned on beating Shakur. They're two different fighters, and I'm preparing for the best Tevin that's coming. So the best Tevin and the best Shakur, I feel like those are two complete different fighters. Two different, warrior spirits. So I feel like it is I'm not trying to count that. Once I beat Shakur, then I beat Shakur, and once I beat Tevin, I beat Tevin. I want to beat two separate individuals. I don't want to have like, oh, they fight like maybe he would have. Nah, I want to earn it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I said, man, there's people that be like, damn, yo, there's gonna be a tough one for Kid Austin. Is he ready for it? Is he ready? I say this. That's one thing I like about Golden Boy Promotions. If you check their track records, they always something about the age 22, 23 that they put their fighter to that test. You know what I'm saying? They did it with Canelo Alvarez, with Trout and Floyd Mayweather. He fought him at the age of 23. Ryan Garcia fought Luke Campbell at age 22. Jaime Munguia fought Saddam Ali at the age of 21. Who else he had? Who else? Virgil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker by the age of 22. And now you're 22 years old and you're going to face an ex-world champion and that test fight. What do you do? This you think? I know it's early in your career, but it seems like it's like a sink or swim type of fight. Do you feel like that?
No, I know I'm going to win.
Mhm.
I'm going to win, but we always have to think God has all the power. He decides everything in the universe, and if it ain't my time, it ain't my time. But I can say for sure that a lot of people are gonna respect me after this fight. So yeah, I got a little thing up my sleeve.
Well, I gotta say, welcome to the sport of boxing, because before there was no controversy, there was no
Yeah,
scrutiny, there was not really no hate. But of course, man, the overwhelming controversial leading up to the Shakur Stevenson fight, and people had things to say. You already know. We don't ever got to go back to that. But one thing about boxing is once you get through that first fight, before any controversial, anything that people didn't like or whatever, a great performance put everything in the past under the rug. And that's what you're looking forward to once you get that great performance. Anything y'all was saying to me before that, or what y'all thought about me, or assumed about what happened, what transpired, all put to rest.
yeah, for sure. But if it's not, I really don't care. I get to go back home. Be with my dad, be with my son, my family, and life still goes on. The world still moves. Um, So yeah, I don't care what people think. Yeah, either they gonna respect me or not. Either way, I get paid and my family's happy. So we cool over here.
What's more motivation? The hate or the love?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a great question. I ain't gonna lie. I would say for me, that's probably the hate. One is because I don't care if you hate me anyway. Like I said, I still get paid. Like, I mean, so be it. But it lets me shut up those haters, shut up those doubters. And I feel like that's more satisfying to me because it's like, what now? Like, now you going to find another excuse. And
Yeah.
then once I do it again, it's like, what now? So I feel like being hated, is better. Because you got to think, I feel like a lot of fighters, they look at the thousand, hate comments and
Hmm.
all the other stuff. But then you got like 300,000 people out there who love you, who want to take pictures with you, who want to actually meet you. So I feel like fighters just look at the negativity too much when they don't see the positivity. I feel like one positive comment could overshadow 1,000 negative comments. So
And that's why I asked the question, because I see in, especially American boxers, right? You see them in social media. They only truly reply to the hate. It's
yeah,
never the love. And I think that also, is unfortunate also, because when other people see that, oh, yo, man, this fighter, y'all celebrities. So any interaction that y'all have with, with the average Joe or something, is like, oh, he answered me back, right? But when other people are seeing like, hey, yo, man, he's only answering to the negative, that's what spiked his emotions. So then it becomes a trend. All right, let me troll him, because since
yeah.
he's replying to the hate, he's not replying to the love. I'm not saying, I'm just speaking in general. I think that's why there is a massive troll community.
I'm a, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give every fighter out there a word of advice. If you're one of those fighters who can't stand negative comments, remember they took their time out of their day to comment something about you. They still watching you. They still getting you paid. I mean, come on. That's a win-win in my situation. I mean,
Engagement is still an
yeah,
engagement, right?
you still
Dislike
giving
and
me
like.
engagement. You showing I can get under your skin without having to do nothing.
Just
So
going to work. Because
just doing my work.
in the end of the day, we witnessing you going to your job.
Uh,
Imagine you coming to our job and tell our supervisor, "Hey, yo, this man, he ain't doing his job. He ain't shit. Hey, yo, he ain't worth that payday."
yeah, and you don't even get the payday. You don't get to reap the benefits of what I do. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's all fun and games to me. So
I do have a belief in saying, I say, you're never gonna satisfy the haters. I don't I necessarily, this is my opinion to y'all in that position where I see a lot of not celebrities, athletes saying, "Yo, I'm gonna prove the haters wrong. I'm gonna prove the haters wrong." You're never gonna prove the haters wrong because the more that you succeed, the more hate you're gonna get. You're not gonna transform them into supporters, right?
yeah,
So I rather the athletes say that I'd rather prove my supporters right instead of my
yeah,
haters wrong. Because at the end of the day, hate is the spirit of the devil, is a Satan. So
yeah,
if you dictate yourself trying to prove the haters wrong, the devil is still winning because you're dictated by the hate, you know.
yeah.
So I'll say to you, man, try to prove the hate that your supporters is right, man. Don't give in
Yep.
for the negativity.
Nah, we not.
But it's fun though.
It is very fun. I would say it is very fun. It's very fun. I be sometimes like when I be seeing these farmer comments, I be reading them, and I'm like, do these people just think I just started boxing, or like I don't go in and give my all? Like
Yeah.
I would be like really going through them, laughing at them. But yeah, that's talk for a different
But
conversation.
it feeds them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, y'all just making me more hungry. Like at the end of the day, so
Yeah, man. So yo, so now who's in the camp? Like who's in the camp is your dad, and who else is in the camp that's training with you? Who you want to give credit, strength conditioning coaches and stuff like that
but yeah.
that you want to
I mean, I always got my strength and conditioning coach, Jesse Coronado, Jeff Hernandez, Cutman Diaz, the best cutman out there. My dad, best trainer out there. We got another trainer, hey, Arturo Ramos. He's like one of the legends in San Antonio, so we brought him in. And we got a good team. We got a good, solid team. We had great sparring. I had great sparring partners. Um, yeah, so we ready.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. The landscape of the lightweight division has changed a bit.
Mhm.
Keyshawn Davis, as we all know, got stripped of his world title, came 4 pounds, almost 5 pounds overweight. Uh, of course, y'all been going back and forth for several years now. Vasily Lomachenko, a future Hall of Famer, retired. So Mordecai now, I think he got elevated already, right?
Yeah.
So he got elevated already. So now it has changed a little bit. We don't know the Ryan if the Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach have been finalized. I know there's been rumor they're supposed to be fighting August 16th.
Oh,
Um,
so finalized?
I mean, I think LeBron Rose said something about that Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't done his part, you
Um,
know. So that's what hopefully it is. It's been said that it is going to happen in Las Vegas on August 16th, but I don't think that nobody has gotten the press release yet.
right.
But you are I think the number one WBA and mandatory position because William Cepeda is fighting Shakur Stevenson, so he's going through the WBC route. So the winner of this fights the winner of Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. How'd you feel your chances? Of course, you can't look past your opponent. You can look through them, but how you like the lightweight division? How it looks now?
I'm liking how it's looking so far. It has the greatest opposition in my opinion. You got Tank. Nobody knows what Tank is doing. He's saying he's retiring. He's gonna fight Jake Paul. So nobody knows what he's doing on that part.
Mm.
Then you got Shakur. You got Mason, and you got what Mortaya. So I feel like it's gonna be a lot of good firefights if those fights can be made. So I'm just glad to be a part of the mix.
Hey man, and I think that you probably right now, well, outside of the William Cepeda and Shakur Stevenson, I think that's a good fight. I got Shakur Stevenson beating William Cepeda. Um, but you got a tough. I think you're gonna get a tougher fight than even uh Abdullah Mason with Tevin Farmer.
I mean, I feel like this fight, like I have been tested way more than him, so I think it's a fact. I mean, that's just my opinion.
What do you feel about what people saying? Like, of course, they keep on showing the replay when you got knocked down in the 11th round. You showed the resilience and getting right back up and finishing strong, right? But what do you feel about people that's trying to say, oh man, his stamina? Do you get
I
what?
mean, my stamina, like my dad even said in the interview, I was bull crapping in camp. I ain't gonna lie, like it's not a secret.
Mm,
I was a new dad, or yeah, I had just became a new dad, so like I was still going through like, okay, I'm not focused right now because I'm trying to do some stuff that like I shouldn't have been doing because I
mhm.
can't do it no more. So I was just doing it at the wrong time, and I was young, and I was just thinking like, oh, I got this on lock. So I was just bull crapping in camp, and then on top of that, I still pitch a shutout when I'm fighting at 50%. And I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but like be for real, that's like me at my worst. So
And they told you in the last minute that it was going to be a 12 round. It was supposed to be
yeah,
a
they
10
told me
round,
like
right?
last minute it was gonna be a 12 round fight. I didn't really care because we trained for 10 rounds, and in my head I'm like, oh, that's only two more rounds. But those two more rounds actually matter. So when you fight for a 12 round fight, you gotta actually train like you fight for like a 20 round fight. You know,
Mm.
those late rounds they do get to you. I will say, if you're not in it, got that little bit of stamina left,
Mm.
it could be detrimental. So yeah,
And
but
what? So then, what got for the people that never step inside a ring? Always want to know. Damn, it take he dig deep. He went through some type of adversity and stuff like that. How do you feel when you go through that adversity? Is it an adrenaline pump? Is it a nervous? Is it a what type of emotions when you got knocked down? What was the emotions that ran through your head?
nah,
And
because
and what happened when what it took for you to overcome that?
I ain't gonna lie. Like for real, I was in the ring. You know, one I was thinking about my son. I got to fight my son watched. You know, but then again, I didn't want to let my team down because I was the one, doing all the stuff I shouldn't have been doing. So I'm
Mm.
like, if I get stopped or if I look bad, it's gonna make my team look bad. So that's what keep me throwing. Like even though like he had got the knockdown, I still don't think it was a knockdown. I was just keep pushing to show that I got it in me still, because I ain't trying to have my team look like they soft and sorry. So that's what kept me going. Just the motivation and making sure my team was satisfied and happy, that I could keep going.
Let me ask you a question about you already know one of the most powerful guys in the sport of boxing right now, Turkey Out Shake. He tweeted about Tom and Jerry style of fight. Now we all know you ain't you. We already know that you ain't no Tom and Jerry style of fight.
I ain't in that conclusion.
You're not in there. You're not in that style of fight. But what do you feel about? There's people saying that, oh man, yeah, I agree with him, and then there's other people that saying, well, he shouldn't try to dictate how a person is going to fight and win. In the end of the day, that's their style. What do you feel about the Tom and Jerry style of fighting, and what do you feel about him making that type of comment, um, and trying to dictate how fighters should be fighting? And
In
he's not
my
even a fighter himself.
I feel like, and this is just me trying to think logically. Um, I feel like this man is literally giving these people millions of dollars, like probably the biggest paychecks they ever got paid, and he don't have to. And
Mhm.
I feel like him paying you that much, you should at least entertain the fans, give the fans an entertaining fight, and him, because I'm pretty sure he's watching it as a fan too. He want to see some action. So this man is giving you $10 million just for you to run around the ring. I feel like that's kind of like a spit in the face, not only to him but to the fans, because you getting paid this amount of money to put on a show and you don't perform. I mean that's just my opinion. That's just
But
my
then
Mhm.
that's spit in the face to Willie Pep. Because this gentleman don't know the science of boxing, the art of boxing, to him it might be boring,
I
but
feel like that's
Willie Pep won around from moving around
but I feel like
and
that's
not
to
doing the
each his
punch.
own though. I feel like
That's the
that's people's
science of
preference.
boxing.
That, like
How
I said,
could
that's just my opinion.
right? I'm saying my opinion. How could somebody come in and take away the science and art of boxing of hit and not get hit? It ain't it ain't the guy who's running for that this guy don't know how to cut the ring off. That's on that guy.
Wait.
That's on that guy in that coat
Wait.
if they couldn't cut the ring.
I do want to put my input in though.
Because
Hold on.
Sugar Ray Leonard been running in the beginning of his career when he was boxing. He was using his feet tricking people.
No, but it's a difference between boxing and running. You can land a combination.
That
get out.
opponent still should have cut that ring.
But we talking about Devin. What Devin did in his last fight, be for real.
You wouldn't have been able to stop Devin from running?
I would have been able to stop Devin.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is that coach that coach teaching him how to cut the ring off.
But we can't
we fighting Tevin Farmer who run in a sense.
Yeah, but Tevin at least gonna stand there. He not gonna be like that.
Tevin ain't gonna stand there after you feel your power.
But
he's not gonna fight like Devin. He's not.
But
gonna
fight in that same fight,
we'll finish this later. Y'all go ahead with y'all interview. My bad.
You got us.
But in that same fight where Willie Pep that he won that round, he did knock out the guy in the 5th round though. So in the end of the day, he still ended the fight with a knockout.
What I'm saying is it's still the science of boxing. You can't take away the science of boxing because what one person did. Now everybody got to get a smaller ring and risk their life because one man ran around the ring. Don't hire that man no more. You don't take away the science of boxing because one bad apple in a bunch.
I agree, but I don't.
You're taking away Sugar Ray Leonard style. You're taking away Willie Pep style. You're taking away a real boxer. You're taking away Sugar Ray Robinson style. People that could use the whole ring and set up traps. Now you're putting them in a small telephone booth. You're taking away the science of boxing. What you making MMA? Like, come on, it's for real.
Bare knuckle fighting.
Right.
I ain't complaining.
Science of boxing.
I'll take the small ring. I ain't complaining.
We would because our style, but that's still disrespecting the science of boxing. And the ones who use.
The boxing guys. I think they timed out. Maybe the phone went out. I don't know. Probably gonna jump right back in. Shout out to Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, and Pops. You know, chopping it up. Hold on, we back. Let me see. There's no screen. I can't see nothing. Let me see if I could send it through email though. Yeah, I can't see nothing. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see nothing. Try to jump back out and pause, come back in. What's good, everybody in the chat? Smash that like button. We got Kid Austin. Timed out right quick. Crazy there to jump in. So for excellent interview. Thank you, man. We ain't done. But yeah, I feel like I understand what Pops is saying, but at the end of the day, I think that there's a way of certain fighters fighting on the outside on the back foot, but still keep it entertaining, still keep it boxing. But I think what Devin Haney and William Skull did was running. That's what they did. They did was running. They wasn't trying to hurt. Even though there's the 4 criteria in the sport of boxing is clean, effective punches, ring generalship, who controls the 3-minute intervals of each round, effective aggression and defense. So we know that Devin Haney didn't have an effective aggression, but Jose Ramirez didn't have effective aggression. So you take that thing out of the way. So now we're talking about three criterias. Devin Haney landed the most punches, and the more significant punches and stuff like that, even though that it was a little pity pat in my opinion. And he got the ring generalship because he controlled the pace, he controlled the style of the fight, and defense. And Devin Haney had more defense. So in terms of the 4 criteria, yes, he's going to win the bout. So if Turkey want to change everything, he will have to change or implement a criteria. Hold on. Haney beat Norman Jr. Everybody have a personal opinion. What up? What up? What up? What up? Everybody got a personal opinion. I like kids a lot. Terrell, yeah, man. Kid Austin, I think he's gonna. I think he got the skill. I think he got the skills and the toolbox to beat Tevin Farmer. But Tevin Farmer got a good school. Tevin Farmer got a good toolbox. You know, he's very polished as a fighter. Yeah, they had to go and do something else. So shout out to Kid Austin once again. Devin going to be running for his life, frantic, just like versus Ramirez. I don't to be honest, I don't think that Devin is gonna be running in his next fight. You know, I think that's just only one fight. And to be honest, I know, unfortunately, I think he was trying to secure the big bag with Ryan Garcia. And if you knew that he had a big bag, I think it was hard for him to prove something to Jose Ramirez. What he needed to prove for himself is win by any means necessary and secure the bag with Ryan Garcia. And that's one thing that I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. The pros and cons about the Haneys is that I know it's prize fighting and they're thinking about the bag. And I know the bag is important. But they also could be, their downfall is also chasing the bag. You know what I'm saying? The downfall is also chasing the bag. And let me take this thing out of the way. And let me explain why I believe the bag is also their downfall. I really think that Devin, his resume speaks for itself. He's willing to fight anybody, but they strategically know who they want to fight and how they want to fight. I think part of the reason they want to fight Teofimo Lopez, part of the reason they was willing to fight Richard Hitchens, and the reason why they want to fight Brian Norman Jr. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't think it's necessarily just because Devin Haney want to be a 3-division world champion or things of that nature. Yes, I think because we know that DHP is an independent entity, and they was not going to get the money that they felt that they was deserved with Top Rank. They didn't feel that they was going to get the money that they deserve with Eddie Hearn, right? They know that, and remember, they was about to head to BLK Prime just like Deontay Wilder just did. But Turkey Al Sheikh came to save the day, and meaning about saving the day, they came to save their value, how much they was getting paid, keep their money up. They know if they want to keep on cashing in, that they're going to have to present themselves to fight the likes of Brian Norman Jr., to fight Richardson Hitchens, to fight Teofimo Lopez. I think Bill is also is thinking about that bag. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about that bag. Because I don't think a lot of people felt that how Devin Haney fought, that he's prepared for the likes of Brian Norman Jr. We don't know. You know, preparation is preparation, but his performance didn't tell that he's mentally ready for the best fight. But the money is on the table. And we know that if Turkey Al Sheikh did say, I don't want no Tom and Jerry style of fight, they got to present somebody that is, you know, Devin Haney is calling out Brian Norman Jr., present that to Turkey Al Sheikh. If Turkey Al Sheikh want to invest in that, they'll get the fight. Or Richardson Hitchens that got a knockout victory versus George Cambosa. Okay, yo, Turkey, he's exciting, man. He's a champion. Don't worry, we're gonna fight. Boom. Okay, Teofimo Lopez, he's the one that did good in the March 2nd date. All right, man, Teofimo Lopez, but Teofimo Lopez declined that fight. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think it's a good fight. They say there was a verbal agreement with that fight. Hopefully it come to fruition. I think it's a big fight for Devin the Dream Haney. I think it's a big risky fight for Devin Haney as well as Brian Norman Jr. He got a knockout victory. He's looking very, very sharp. He's sending statements out there. But at the end of the day, Brian Norman Jr. is still not beating any type of even caliber fighters that Devin Haney beat. So I could see that a lot of people got hype on Brian Norman Jr. and you know, rightfully so, but Brian Norman Jr. is not beating the caliber of fighters that Devin Haney has beaten, has Teo has beaten, even Shakur has beaten, right? So I like how Brian Norman Jr. is looking. I like the message that he's sending. I like the statement that he's sending. Yeah, at the end of the day, this is going to be a fight. As a matter of fact, I think that Brian Norman Jr. actually need a name like this, like Devin Haney, because let's be honest, the welterweight division is not as stacked as it used to be. Yes, we got Manny Pacquiao right back, but Manny Pacquiao we don't know if he's going to be done after this fight. Outside of Manny Pacquiao, we got Mario Barrios, Boost, and it just moved up. So when we look at the welterweight division, I don't think that is a star-studded division. It's supposed to be one of the glamour division in the sport of boxing. But if Brian Norman Jr., I think he could get a Devin Haney in 147. And I think that's Devin Haney right now at 147 outside of Manny Pacquiao, probably the most lucrative fighter in the welterweight division. So Brian Norman Jr. will be fighting the most lucrative fighter and probably the biggest name outside of Manny Pacquiao in the welterweight division. So I think that's a good opportunity for Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. doesn't got to worry about him getting cut, him getting a nosebleed or something like that. He's not in danger. Devin Haney's just gonna go out there and try to outpoint him, be on the back foot, use the jab, and play it safe. So I think that this is just a matter of Brian Norman Jr. going to the gym, trying to cut the ring off, and really trying to catch Devin Haney and trying to catch him with something. Now we see that Brian Norman Jr. ended the fight with a left hook. That Devin Haney is subjected to the left hook. I think that Devin Haney's jab. I think Devin Haney has lost a little bit of a confidence of his jab, and I think that was his best punch. I think he lost a little bit confident with the jab because it was the jab that was getting countered by the left hook and got him. The way that it got him versus Ryan Garcia. So I think in the fight with Jose Ramirez, he was reluctant to really throw the jab. Stick the jab. Throw that jab off the front foot and stuff like that. Really press on him. Power jab. I don't think that Devin Haney has lost his confidence in his jab and probably his catching shots, pairing shots. I think that his footwork is the one that saved him. But I want to see Devin Haney get confidence right back in the pocket. The confidence that Devin Haney had with Lomachenko, the confidence that he had with George Kambosos in the second fight, especially, when he was going for the gusto. The confidence that Devin Haney had with Jorge Linares, the confidence that Devin Haney had versus Regis Prograis. We need that Devin Haney back. And I think that even the confidence that Devin Haney had, even with Ryan Garcia when he was getting put down, and he was still showing the testicular fortitude and mental fortitude to keep on going after Ryan Garcia, even after the knockdowns. He did survive like a G. So you got to give a lot of credit to Devin Haney. He showed a lot of heart, in that fight. I think that, and that's why I think that with this fight that with Jose Ramirez, he was running, but I think it was more about saving the bag, securing the bag for the Ryan Garcia rematch, in which it was Ryan Garcia that actually fumbled the bag. So look, Devin Haney's still in position. His record is still undefeated. And, it's gutsy going after Brian Norman Jr. I think it's a good fight for the sport of boxing. I think it's a good fight for the culture. They both young fighters. Devin Haney is still not even in his prime yet, probably walking into his prime. Brian Norman Jr. is not even near his prime. That's the scary part. I think Brian Norman Jr. is like what, 2 years younger than Devin Haney, I believe so, or a year younger, something like that. I know he's younger than all these guys. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Lono's boxing in the building. What's good, Lono? I thought y'all wanted to. I thought that y'all was gonna come out and support your boy Punch from boxing in the morning. Y'all don't want me to go no live in the morning. This is gonna be the last live I'm going in the morning, man. I gave y'all an interview and all that shit. 47 people looking on. I'm going back in the evening. I'm going to rock it out for like 15, 20 more minutes, but nah, man. Y'all, man, please. Last week, yo, Punch, yo, go live in the morning, yo, we going to support you, Punch. Yeah, shut up. I'm going back to my slot. Lono's boxing. Brian Norman is elite. He's doing what elites are supposed to do to guys. He's fighting that Jabba ese gut goes 12 with Teo. And Norman flattened him. What's that? That Japanese goes 12 with Teo and Norman flattened him. Well, I don't know that Japanese go 12 with Teo. Maybe. You know, I think that Teo, this is what I always know about Teo, that I think a lot of people just have a misconception. Teo was never a knockout artist. Teo was always a boxer puncher. He was not this knocking people out in the amateurs. He was a boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? A slick fighter. He was a slick fighter. He was never this kid dynamite knockout. And I think that a lot of people, you know, they saw Teofimo Lopez knocking out people in the lightweight division and stuff like that. And when he became a champion, he got that second round KO. You know what I'm saying? Like, but before that, he never had like this first, second round KO. I think that people, when he became a champion, got stuck in this KO. And that's what I told y'all, that Teofimo Lopez was going to outbox Vasily Lomachenko. He was not going to knock out Vasily Lomachenko. I told y'all he was going to outbox him, because people just got it that, oh, he's a knockout artist. And now when he does go 12, but it's an entertaining 12 at that, oh man, he lost his power. Oh man, his power hasn't gone. Yo, Teofimo Lopez have decent power, but he was never a knockout artist. He's not truly a knockout artist. He got power, but I'm meaning about knockout artist, he is not the, like, again, what Keith Thurman was in the amateurs. Keith Thurman was breaking ribs in the amateurs and shit like that. He was a knockout artist since the amateurs, right? I think that Teofimo Lopez is showing wrinkles. And look, when you're moving up in the division as well, you're not going to have that type of power. Teofimo Lopez is not this big guy that rehydrates 15 pounds. Teofimo Lopez rehydrates the most 6 pounds. You know what I'm saying? The most 6 pounds. So I don't know what y'all expecting, you know. He still should have knocked out Claggett. I mean, has Claggett get knocked out before low nose boxing? I think this is what he should have done. I feel like he should have knocked down Claggett just based off he was calling out Bud Crawford. So then when he did a knockout Claggett, people was like, look at it, but you're calling out Bud Crawford and you ain't knock out this guy that nobody knows. And the thing with Claggett was that it was tailor-made for Teofimo Lopez to actually knock him out and look good. It was tailor-made. Teofimo Lopez said he don't want to fight a runner. The matchmakers gave him a guy that he could do anything he wanted to do with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people was frustrated with his performance, because the call out with Terrence Bud Crawford, and then that performance, and then that was a hand-picked opponent for him to look good. You know, I think that with Teo, I think he just got to trust the people that's investing in him. You know, as much as there's gonna be frustrations, you know, a lot of fighters be frustrated with the people that's investing in them. But I think nobody's trying to lose what they invested on. You know, I think that that's one thing about trust. I think that, you know, probably Teofimo Lopez have trust issues. You know, I don't know. I mean, he don't trust any entity. He has something to say about every entity, right? Every power entity, everybody he got a problem with everybody. You know, Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum and Todd the Buff and Top Rank and ESPN and The Zone and Showtime and, you know, and Turkey. You know, the only guy that he don't have a problem with is Oscar De La Hoya, but got a problem with everybody. His manager, David McWaters. Hopefully he don't have a problem with Keith Connolly. You know, I think you got to get out of the mindset that everybody's out there to get you. You know, you got to get out that mindset, you know, because, man, he's in a blessed position. Teofimo Lopez in a blessed position. I believe that Teofimo Lopez is the takeover. I believe that Teofimo Lopez could be anybody in 140 and 147. I believe he's better than anybody in 141. Everything is working on all cylinders. I think that Teofimo Lopez is that guy, you know. But I think that Teofimo Lopez needs to find that happy spot, you know what I'm saying? Because if you're not happy after Lomachenko, you're not happy after the Josh Taylor, you want to retire. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's gonna make you happy, man. That's dangerous if you're never happy. You know, that's dangerous when you work your ass off and you accomplish certain things and you just never fully happy. That's a dangerous position, man. You know. Demon CCI in the building. Low nose boxing. Only matter of time before he calls Oscar a cross-dresser, bums those, and that would be bad. You know, that would be bad. You know, I don't think it's a good reputation that you're building. You know, talk shit about Rolly. He was your best friend. Talk shit about Canelo Alvarez just because Eddie Reynoso didn't feel like he didn't want to train, and then now he was going for Terrence Book Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. It's not a good look. It's just not. It looks like, you know, it's a character flaws that he need to work on. You know, he's young, and hopefully he works on those character flaws, because, you know, I mean, a lot of the things that it's not a good look. You know, he does a lot of great things that does look good, like he's out there in the nationals. He's a highly accomplished fighter. I just don't want to see him get blackballed for any reasons. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to see him get blackballed, losing opportunities. This was a lost opportunity right here with Devin Haney. It was a lost opportunity. So it is what it is. He said, bro, Tio is my guy, but he got us looking bad. The only guy that approves of his mess is HLD. I mean, look, he's just. I think that from the outside looking in, you know, I mean, he was getting the money that he felt like he wasn't getting, you know, throughout his career. He got it on the table. He was getting $8 million, probably with a bonus, probably in dollars with a bonus. He said, Deluxe, keep that. Come on, Deluxe. You know I'm not keeping this morning show. We got 32 people looking on. Come on, man. Come on. That's when the people be like, yo, look at Punch. Look at his channel. Look at his channel. Come on, man. We got 34 people looking on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all not helping me. Y'all not helping me out, Deluxe. Y'all not y'all, but it's not how you say reciprocated, bro. It's not. Come on, 34. Like, what we gonna do with that? Where we going with that, bro? Hey, yo, we had an interview with Kid Austin. Kid Austin was looking at the number. He said, man, we out of here, Pops. Get the fuck out of here. It is what it is, man. That's why sometimes I don't even like doing interviews, man. For real, because I don't know when the people like to show up. You know what I'm saying? I don't like doing interviews, man. I don't want to do interviews. I don't do interviews no more, man. Nah, man. The people's inconsistent. Punch, send that link so we can cook. Nah, man. We cook HOD. What are you talking about, man? I want to talk boxing, man. I'll send a link. Yeah. Send the link. Here you go. There you go. I want to talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. Forget it, sucker. Don't even smash that. Don't smash the like. Fuck this morning shit. I ain't never gonna do no damn morning live, bro. Pathetic turnout, bro. Pathetic turnout. Look. Somebody say, look, boom. Special guest. They left us to go over there. You know what I'm saying? But they got numbers at least. They got 184 watching, got 33. Man, I'll do the same shit. To be honest, I'll do the same shit. I'll be there, man. Ain't nothing here. I ain't wasting my time, man, for real, man. I ain't wasting my time with no 30 people looking on and shit like that, man. We got to fight. Chill, Punch. You hating on us. Nah, I'm not hating on y'all. I'm just saying I'm keeping it real. Just I keep it real with Tio. I keep it real with Canelo. Like I keep it real with everybody. Nah, my brothers, my subscribers, y'all let me. Yeah, y'all let me down, bro. Y'all let me down. Counting those, we got to low nose boxing because that's the way that we move, bro. That's the way that we move. That's when people see, hey, yo, look at let's punch, let's go, let's boom. Nah, that's the way. What they say, what Jay-Z say, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. We gotta look at the numbers, man. The numbers is everything. He said, Boracho, that July 12th card, though, is a good card. The card. is a good card. I like Berlanga. I like Shakur Stevenson, and I like I still don't know who to pick, man. I don't know who to pick. Buello or Matias, man. That's gonna be a good one, man. That's gonna be a good one. It's hard, man. I know I'm Dominican and stuff like that. I don't know. I think I'm thinking that Martinique the victory. I don't know why. But anyway, man. He said, "I'd rather be here than this." No, so I'm gonna go to the Boxing Voice myself right now. I'm gonna be on the panel and chop it up with them, man. Y'all want me to leave out here and go to the Boxing Voice? Because hey, yo. Ty was like, yeah, man. I'm going to the Boxing Voice. Fuck that. I'm going to the panel and talk shit. At least we got the interview in. Let me upload these interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm out of here. Check y'all out, man. Later on, probably go live later on tonight. Man, I already sent the link, man. I'm out, Low Nose. I'm out of here, bro. It's a whack turnout. We out. Peace out.